Where the legends play. Willie 1550 and 98.7. Hello, everybody. I'm Kenny Graves. Not in studio. I'm actually on the road in Giddings right now. There's a big concert tonight, and one of the stars of the show is sitting here with me. Author, actress, singer, and bona fide gamer, Georgette Jones. Miss Georgette, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you doing?
I appreciate you taking time before your show tonight, and I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Well, thank you.
But I followed your career for a while now, and your gaming. So this is something I've been looking forward to. First off, you are a bona fide gamer. So what was your favorite game, a video game as a young girl, and what is your all-time favorite today?
Oh, my goodness. That's a good question because we grew up, both mom and dad loved to play cards and marbles and board games and different things that we did. So we always loved games at home. So I played with my kids, and it just kind of became a natural thing that as I've gotten older, my husband loves to play games too. So we just started playing some more video games. And during the pandemic, we wanted to reach out and play with other people. Growing up, though, I think Donkey Kong and Pac-Man were probably my favorite games as a kid. And now we play an awful lot of Call of Duty, but there's two new games that we're playing that I love. Sons of the Forest, it's a survivor game. You have to kind of try to build your own place and protect it and do all this other stuff and look for food and water, that kind of thing. And then the other game is I'm a big old huge Harry Potter fan and nerd, so I love Hogwarts Legacy. It kind of makes you feel magical even when you're not. So it's just a lot of fun to play games. Outstanding.
Well, where do you play online for fans, and how can they find you?
If you go to my Facebook fan page under Georgette Jones, we do a lot of different things there. We do play video games. You'll see a lot of that there. But we also, I do a cooking portion for my Mom's Southern Cookbook. We do some chat-only things where we just sit around and talk and chat with fans for a couple of hours at a time. So definitely check that out if you're into that. And I'm on Instagram and TikTok, all the other platforms. We're there somewhere, but we have a lot of fun on Facebook.
All right, tell us about your whiskey, Georgette Jones Apple Sin. It won gold at the 2021 International Sip Awards.
It did. Thank you for saying that. We're really proud of it. My good friend Spencer Valentine has a wonderful recipe from his grandfather, from years ago. His grandfather was a moonshiner back in the day, so we developed it into an apple cinnamon flavor, and we are really proud of it. And I'm excited to say we finally have distribution in Kentucky. We're working on Tennessee, and hopefully we'll spread out from there.
All right, and they can find that on the website?
There is a place called Cana, C-A-N-A, Wine, out of Nashville, Tennessee, that will ship it if they want to get it before it gets distributed in their state. It can ship anywhere except for Tennessee or Delaware. Otherwise, you can go to Silent Brigade Distillery in Paducah, Kentucky, and we're getting in stores all over Kentucky now. Oh,
outstanding. Well, I love keeping up with you, and you've got to tell me about your fur baby, a Collie Lab mix named Bailey.
Yes, we actually have two dogs now. One was a rescue, but Bailey was our first dog, and we always grew up with a bunch of dogs and cats when I was little, but we never had a bunch of indoor dogs. We had a lot of outdoor dogs and indoor cats, and so now we have 3 cats and 2 dogs, and Bailey was our first, and she's just our precious little baby. It's like our daughter.
She needs her own Instagram.
She does, isn't she precious?
Well, during the pandemic, you did something really cool. You gave fans an opportunity to record duets with you. So how did that idea get started, and how did it go?
It actually went really well. We had several people who did it, and we have just started bringing that back. I haven't been advertising it a lot yet, but we had so much fun doing that, making music with a lot of different people from all over, not just the States, but we had people from England, Norway, different places to ask for duets, and it was so much fun. My husband we have a little mini studio in our house. He's really great at all that. Thank goodness he's the tech guy in the family. I'm not. I show up and sing, but thankfully my husband does all that part of it. But it's a lot of fun to connect with people from everywhere over music. It's just been a wonderful experience.
All right, Georgette, your most recent album is called Skin. So how did you enjoy working on the project?
It was the most incredible experience I've had with music, really, because it was the first time I wrote the title track, which is Skin, but I also got to pick all the other songs, the instrumentation, the musicians, everything. I was able to finally really kind of have my finger, I guess, in all the pudding, so to speak. I was able to be creative with the whole project, and I'm so proud of it. I have a duet with Vince Gill, one with Dale Watson, and one with Dean Miller, who's Roger Miller's son, and I'm just really proud of it.
All right. Well, the series George and Tammy was hugely popular and successful. It was based on your book. You even made an appearance in the miniseries. What were your thoughts on the project overall?
To believe it or not, I actually was really thrilled with it. I was scared. Sorry. A little. I was kind of nervous at first. It took me a little while to feel comfortable with the project, and I was worried, number one, that they would accurately depict things, and then I was worried about what everybody was going to think about it. And to be honest, I couldn't have been in better hands. Abe Sylvia is a brilliant writer, and he was very conscientious of the things I was concerned about and what I wanted to make sure people knew about my parents. So I really feel like overall they did a great job. And I think Jessica and Michael both were incredibly, they were just amazing in it. I think they did a fantastic job.
Absolutely they did. Well, you do live stream when you cook recipes out of your mom's Southern cookbook. So what is your favorite recipe in the book?
Oh, that's going to be an easy one, banana pudding. It was Mom's favorite. It was most of us in the family, it was our favorite dessert that Mom made. But she made so many great recipes. She was a wonderful cook. And anytime we had anything special or family get together, that's the first thing all of us would be like, Mom, are you making banana pudding? So she has a great recipe for that. It's the good old-fashioned, homemade, real vanilla pudding with the bananas. Nothing instant. So it takes a little while, but it's worth it. It's
worth
a great
it.
Recipe.
Got that. You recently paired up with Savannah Ray to record a very special cover of Till I Can Make It On My Own. So talk about that track.
I'm really excited about that for a lot of reasons. Number one, that someone so young, Savannah is very talented and very young, and I love that she's interested in traditional music and getting her music out there as well. She wanted to do that song, and they were kind enough to ask me to do a few lines on it, and then she's also singing part of it in Spanish. So I think it's just such a great way to introduce Mom to a lot of other people who may speak Spanish only. Maybe they're only hearing this song for the first time because of Savannah. So I think it's a wonderful thing that she's doing, and she sounds great, so I'm very happy that she asked me to be a part of that. You
ladies were really dynamite together.
Oh, thank you.
Now, would you mind bragging on your husband just a little bit? I know he works tirelessly along with being a great IT guy and musician, but he works a lot to help rescue animals.
He really does, and I'm so proud of him for that. We joke sometimes and say that we like animals better than people, but we really do have such a big heart for animals. And one of our dogs, Zoe, was a rescue that we got from MACC, which is in Nashville, Tennessee. So because of that, we started trying to think of things, and my husband's the one who came up with the brilliant idea that when he streams, he was going to be streaming anyway. So this is going to be part of what he does for a living is digital creation. And he thought, what if I give 50% of what I make to MACC, where we got Zoe, so that we can help them out, because they, through the pandemic, were to way more dogs than they usually have, way more animals, and nobody could afford to take care of a lot of animals during that time. So we do help with that. The organization there, all of the money goes directly to like their food and medical care. It doesn't go to anything administrative or anything like that. So we're very proud of being able to do that. I'm very, very, very proud of my husband for doing that. He's a great guy.
Well, you hold the coveted title of family marble champ. and like you mentioned earlier, your parents loved playing games, and marbles was something that you grew up around. So share some stories about how you came to love marbles.
And I'm going to go ahead and divert 1 second. Around your shoulder is my brother back there. And I'm going to say Jeffrey has been the champion for a while. Last time we played, he beat us all. So we're going to have a rematch soon. But yeah, I think people call it a lot of different things. Sorry, aggravation, wahoo. I think a lot of people say that they called it different things. We always just called it marbles. And it's a homemade wooden board and something we grew up on both sides of my family playing. And so it's very nostalgic for me and a lot of fun to play that game. But we get super competitive, don't we, Jeff?
Right.
We are a very competitive family, but it's a lot of fun.
All right. Well, you just signed new management, new PR, new music's in the works. So tell us what this next year is going to hold for you.
I'm happy to say we've been super blessed that we are busy and crazy in a very positive way. So hopefully this year is going to show a lot of new things that we've created, a lot of new things for people to participate in and watch. I can't tell about all of it, but definitely new music, definitely more of the gaming, and hopefully maybe even a new book in the future. So lots of things coming down the road. So we'll try to keep everybody posted as soon as I can say everything out loud.
A new book. I'm excited now. I know you've got to go do sound check. Going to be a great show tonight here in Giddings. You and Brian Black. It's going to blow the roof off. But thank you for taking a few minutes for me.
Oh, I appreciate it. And you look like you have been on my Facebook. We need to be friends now, because I'm just saying, you know some things. So I appreciate you taking time for me.
Absolutely. And for the great Georgette Jones, I'm Kenny Graves for Willie 1550 and 98.7.